Okay, so here is a video for the beginning of Johnny Be Good, and ironically I'm playing it on the absolute wrong guitar for this song, but it's the only one I got here right now. So the beginning, let me play it for you a little bit here. So what we're doing is we're sliding up from the 6 to the 7 with our middle finger on the 3rd string, and then we're going to go to the 6th fret with our 1st finger on the 2nd string, and then the 8. So that'd be like lick 1. And then you're going to go to the 5th fret of the 1st and 2nd strings. You're going to bar over those, and you're going to slide. You're going to play them both and slide up, and the slide has to be really fast. So don't do that. You got to slide right away. So you're going to go 3 times. So you have, and then you're going to continue on with this lick. Okay, so you're going like this. You're going to the 9th fret of the 2nd string with your pinky, 8 with your 3rd, 6th with your 1st, all on the 2nd string, and then you're going to go down here to, here I'm hammering from the 6th to the 7th fret on the 3rd string with my 1st and 2nd fingers. And then I'm going to go to the 8th fret, which is my root, it's B flat. I'm going to go to that note on the 4th string with my ring finger 2 times. So I have, so that would be my next lick. So I have 1st lick, 2nd lick, 3rd lick, and then right after that I'm going to go, and right there all I'm doing is I'm playing the 8th fret of the 5th and 4th strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then this is where it gets a little more difficult. Okay, what you got to do there is you're going to go to your 1st finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, put your middle finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, you're going to play those 2 times together. And then you're going to add, I use my pinky for this, I'm going to add my pinky onto the 8th fret of the 2nd string. And then I go back to the 6 and the 7 again. Now right after you do that, you have to do a slide from the 7th fret where your middle finger is right now, right to the 5th fret. Right away. And then you're going to go to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, open. And then technically I think what he's trying to do is get to the 3rd fret of the 4th string to finish off the phrase. But there's not a lot of time. So if for some reason you can't get to that 3 on the 4th string, don't worry about it, just move on. So here's what we got. Okay. And remember, the goal is to break down every phrase or every lick. So you have, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, those 2 8s right there, and then that's what I would do for lick number 5, is just doing that 6 and 7, and then sliding down, that'd be the next lick. Then you get into those bends, and it sounds like this. So if you think about it, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. What I'm doing is I'm bending the 8th fret of the 3rd string, and then I'm stopping the string. And then I'm going to the 6th fret of the 2nd string with my 1st finger. So I'm bending with these 2 fingers. Again, turning. The last segment of that, those last 2 notes, would be on downbeat. So it's like this. Bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-bum, bum. Okay, so you got to kind of feel that rhythm a little bit. And it does that twice. Now you're coming to the end of the solo, and the end does this. That's the next lick. So it starts with that same bend, but instead of going to the 2nd fret, or excuse me, the 2nd string 6th fret, it goes to the 1st string 6th fret, and it does a pattern. So watch this. I'm going to go 6, 8, 9, 8, 6 on the 2nd string. So I'm back on that 9 pinky. And then I'm going to go to the 8th fret of the 1st string, and then I'm going to do that again. So it's like doing this twice, but there's an 8 on the 1st string in between those two. So the whole thing sounds like this. Okay, so you have your bend. 6, 9, 8, 6, 8, 6, 9, 8, 6. Then we're going to go to the 8th fret of the 3rd string with our 3rd finger. And then we do a hammer on from 6 to 7. Okay, so now let me put it in context so you can kind of hear what this sounds like. So I'm coming off. Here we go. Okay, and then he does a rake. And that's the end of the solo. So what we're doing there is we're raking. I've got my finger over the 2 6s again. I've got my middle finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. And what a rake is I'm really trying to push through and ultimately land on the 6th fret of the 1st string. That's the note I want. So those other 2 notes are really just there to kind of add some enhancement. You know, I don't want to strum it because then I get a chord. So what I'm trying to do is deaden them. As I leave, I'm trying to deaden each string. Now there we got our 9, 8, 6 again. So it's 6, 9, 8, 6. Obviously he uses that a lot here. Okay, so we go from our rake. Then we go back to this bend 2 times. Then we go back to the 8 of the 3rd string. He does a hammer on from 6 to 7. And then to the 8 of the 4th string. Now I know that's a lot, and what you have to do is you have to take the video and just break it down. Watch a part and then watch it over and watch it over. So I'm going to play it again, the entire thing, nice and slow. Here we go. Here comes the end, right here. Okay, so practice that hard and be patient. You know, don't just try and swallow it all at one time. Just try and take it in little pieces and just keep developing it as best you can. If you decide there's a better place to play some of these notes than the way I'm playing it, if you'd rather play a certain note on a different string, by all means, go ahead and have some fun with it. So I will talk to you soon.